In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast. Happy Monday, everybody. John,
Whoa.
do you
Fire. You
do you smell something burning?
Yeah, but it's my beard.
Do you smell something burning? Oh, hey, Crispy's here. Oh, hey, buddy. That's what it was. Oh,
Keep
what's up,
that
dude?
shit away from me. I don't want. I don't want something that the flame doesn't stop going.
That's this
Dude.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You historically, you don't have great
So-
luck with that shit.
This one, most
So-
lighters like this Calibri lighter, if you tip it upside down, it has a safety. It won't let you light it,
Okay.
right?
I'm
then
glad
you
I
tip
have
it
that
upright.
one.
This one, there's no safety.
That
As
one-
soon as you flip the lid, fluid comes out, and this is a touch screen. When you hit it, it sparks and it lights.
Oh,
Right? It's got a USB charger. It's dead right now.
Yeah.
The downfall is when this is open and say it's in your pocket, you can still push that through clothing.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And then it'll light upside down. There's no safeties around this.
Why don't
whatsoever.
people reach out to me when it comes to fire stuff?
I know, right? Like, here, can you let me know if this
Yeah.
is good or not?
We'll be right back.
We need somebody to Photoshop Crispy's head on Smokey the Bear stat.
Well, you see that Smokey the Bear that has the 240?
Yeah.
That's, That's the one I need to be on.
There it is. There it is. So like we said, we got Omar Avila, aka Crispy, here with us today. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Don't be giving my government name out like that, dude.
Dude,
Come on.
you're not that cool. Everybody knows who you are.
Yes. although if you Google Omar Avila, it's a Cuban actor.
Yeah.
You guys remember Punisher, the movie?
Yeah, for sure.
Remember the John Travolta's son?
Okay.
That's Omar Avila.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. There's it's him. There's a baseball player. There's a basketball player. There's like a bunch of people that have the same name.
Yeah.
And I remember they had hit me up a long time ago. They wanted to do like a meet together of all Omar Avilas, and I was like, "That's fucking weird." Like, I'm good. Like, it's
That is
nice,
a weird thing.
nice
man.
meeting you guys, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Wait, that's an odd. It's an odd request.
Right?
Yeah, like if some random Mike Fahey from Canada or something, was like, hey,
Right.
fucking let's hang out. I'm like, "Ugh."
I just had deja vu like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this before?
With you on the
another
show?
podcast? Have we?
I don't know. Have we?
I literally just had have we talked about this before?
Well, you've never been on this show. You've been on Warfighter show,
Oh, so
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know. Maybe.
so it couldn't have been with me.
And I don't know. We talked about a lot. We went
Yeah.
over a lot of history and stuff.
That is true.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
There's a
Maybe.
so I know. I don't know any personally, but I know of 2 people that have my same name.
Yeah,
Really?
One dude, it was actually kind of funny how we figured this out. One dude, and I can't remember if it was on one of the Drinking Bros posts or if it was one of Matt Best posts or something. But I said some outlandish comment.
No.
you?
Yeah.
What?
And
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
it was funny because I get a message from this dude named John Simons. And he's like, weirdest thing just happened. I just saw that post and I went to comment on it. And what I was going to comment was already written underneath the name of John Simons, but I didn't write it. He goes, it was you. But that was what I was going to type. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, no way.
Nah.
And then like we bullshitted for like a half hour and he lived in like California or some shit. But
Yeah.
No
like,
shit.
I was like, I'd like to have a beer with you. So
I tried to tag my wife in something one time, and another Haley Fahey came up, and I was like, well, "That's weird." So I clicked on her shit. She was married to a guy named Mikey Fahey, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" They live in Canada.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
wow.
reached out to him. I was like, "Ready for some weird shit, bro?" And we bullshitted for a while. I was like, "Hey, man, like,
Who's your daddy?
like, what are the chances of that shit happening? There,
Seriously.
right? Like, married to a chick named Haley, spelled the same way, like
is
everything.
crazy.
It was like, fuck, man, that's wild."
That is crazy.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. score yourself that sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret, we're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
Small world, man. Dude, one of my best friends from middle school, it was a weird story, but we drifted. He moved back to Miami, where he's from, Cuban. First ever friend ever from Cuba or Cuban. We kind of drift apart. We reconnect, and it was fucking crazy. My wife used to be a high school teacher. His wife's a teacher. I had cancer. He had cancer. When we were in Iraq, I was here. He was here. He joined the service. I joined the service. What else was there? I can't remember. There was like a lot of similarities. When I got to BAMC, when I left BAMC, he got there. Yeah, and then I lived in San Antonio. He lived in San Antonio, but we were like pretty far away. And then when we moved where we're at now, he was 10 minutes away from me.
Wow.
Yeah, and I ended up reconnecting with him because we were shooting a video for Black Rifle, and he had just started working at the company, and they were bringing me my brand new espresso machine that we were going to do, and we just got to talking or whatever, and my wife has a fucking ear for her own people, so she heard him and was like, where are you from? And he's like, Miami. She's like, oh, me too. So like, are you Cuban? He's like, yeah. And so they started talking.
In really fast Spanish.
Yeah. Faster than us Mexicans.
Way too fast Spanish, yeah.
And so they started talking, and then
that's how you know it's Cuban.
Yeah, or Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's like, oh yeah, but I went to school in Brownsville for a couple of years. And I was like, well, what school? And he goes, oh, I went to this school, but I was getting in a lot of fights because he was from Miami. He had a different like swagger to him. Like, just dressed different, right?
Spoke too fucking fast.
Pretty much. Yeah. All the other Mexicans were mad at him. Like, so his mom ended up changing him schools, which was our school. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I can't remember the name of the school, but it was, the colors were like gold and maroon. And I'm like, are you Monty? And he's like, Omar? And I was like, what the? We hadn't seen each other in 20 years.
Wow. That's wild, dude.
And then we found out that he lived that close to me. And through our whole lives, we were like this, dude. Like almost at the same place. Yeah. Like when I was stationed in Germany, I was in Leeward Barracks. He was in Caen.
Okay.
Like there's only two in Schweinfurt. And so you either a Leeward or a Caen. And they're almost like less than half a mile away from each other.
No shit.
And that's so nuts. And then Iraq, I was here, he was here. And then, I get injured. He got hurt, found out he had cancer and all that shit. Ends up over here. Like, it was just, I was like, what the? That threw me for a loop. Like, I still can't fucking believe it. But we're definitely going to do like a YouTube series on that. And we're going to like sit down and talk about it and get into a lot of details. But that was the weirdest shit that ever happened.
Right. There's so many weird situations out there that are like that too, man. Like, look at you and me. Like, you and me, we have weirdly similar fucking backgrounds.
So
somehow
one of my favorite ones to talk about.
It's 2024. Everybody's gay.
I know. Yeah. One of my favorite ones to talk about is Jim Bono, Big Jim.
Yeah,
we've had on the show a bunch.
Sure.
So when I met him on our first trip down here. We were hooked up to trailers. I had Kira in the truck, like we were driving shit, moving here, and that's when they used to do the veteran cigar nights at the Poorhouse in New Braunfels.
Yeah.
And I think it was the third Thursday of every month or so, whatever the fuck it was. It just so happened that was when we were driving down. And so the guy running it hit us up, sent us a message and was like, hey, if you guys are going to be in town, it'd be super cool if you guys came by.
Yeah.
Like nobody knew we were moving to Texas. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So, and it just so happened to be like, actually, I'm going to be there in like 2 hours.
Oh shit.
And I know it's after your cigar night ends, but if you guys want to hang out, like we'll stop by. And like, fuck yeah. So it was Jim and that whole crew.
Yeah.
And so we get there and we start bullshitting and whatever. And over the next, period, a couple months of talking to him, learning background, where everybody's from, and blah blah blah, and all this stuff. That so Jim went to school with a guy that was in my platoon.
Yeah.
At a military school in New England. That's like, you either know about it or you have no idea it exists.
Sure.
And it was Norwich.
Yeah.
And so my buddy Dave Cook went there, and Jim was in school with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I fucking know Cook. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
And all this stuff, just super small world.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing when we met.
Yeah.
Same places, different times, like all that kind of shit.
It's like John and I were both from Massachusetts, Boston area. I'm from Southie. He's from a little bit south of me in Quincy. Both ended up being machine gunners, Army, Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Both did our shit. Got out, bartended forever. Like we were both bartenders.
You bartended too?
For like 15 years.
Yeah.
We both
Damn.
bartended.
Yeah.
It's just super weird, man. Like,
Oh, wow.
We have a thing for autistic chicks, apparently. We learned that recently. There's all kinds of similarities.
So
It's weird.
welcome to the last episode of Freedom Friends.
Oh no. If the car bomb episode didn't get us canceled, we're good on this.
Yeah, we're so good, dude.
Dude,
Good God. Yeah, Mike Fahey, that's another one. So
shit,
he
a
hit me
superstar.
up. He hit me up when he was a lieutenant colonel, and emailed me on the gal, on the fucking on the global thing when I was still active duty.
No.
And was
Really?
like, we need to get together and have lunch or something. Da, da, da. And
No, sir.
yeah.
Absolutely not, sir.
I'm busy.
Well, the funny thing is he's been the commanding general of 4th Mardiv for so long. Like a lot of dudes is when you get your honorable discharge or whatever, in the mail, it's signed by him.
No.
So I get tagged and shit all the time. They're like, when the fuck did you get promoted to general?
I thought you were going to say he signed yours. I was like, that would have been fucking dope.
That'd have been cool.
You show that to you. I signed this shit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
I signed my
I
own
signed
shit.
my own shit.
a guy that I knew that retired when Obama was in office found a loophole that any living president can sign your retirement paperwork.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got something interesting for that.
And so he somehow got Bush to sign his retirement paperwork, even though Obama was a sitting president. It was I never heard of that before until that happened. I'm like, what the fuck?
This last weekend, on Friday, I was in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, right? I flew out Thursday. I flew back Saturday, right? Friday was a good friend of mine, Nick LaBeouf, was retiring after 30 years in the Marine Corps as a master gunnery sergeant,
Nice.
right? He did not have a Joe Biden signature.
Yeah.
He had Bush and Trump.
Oh shit.
Both have letters of the good luck letters when you're retiring.
Yeah.
He had both of them. He did not have a Joe Biden or Obama.
I'll do you one, and this one I attended, and I can't say the name of the person, so
Yeah.
don't ask. But a friend of mine was awarded the Medal of Honor,
Uh-huh.
and it was given to him under the Obama administration.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh-huh.
when he did what he did, it was under the Bush administration, right?
Okay.
So, White House, Obama thing, does it. He reaches out to President Bush and was like, hey, I want to do this with you. Like, I don't care. We do a ceremony. I just want you to pin the medal on me.
Yeah.
It was under your administration. You approved it, but it got pushed till then, whatever.
Yeah.
And President Bush said, fuck no, we're doing this at my ranch. We're going to do a full-on ceremony. The problem with that is it's kind of like stepping on somebody else's toes.
Yeah.
So he's like, you can't really talk about it. And the people that you're going to invite
Right.
have to be very,
Yeah.
you can't mention names. So needless to say, I got invited to President Bush's ranch and
Hell
saw
yeah.
my buddy have a full-on ceremony with him and him presenting him the Medal of Honor. There was no pictures.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
well, there is a few, but they're his.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're his.
Yeah.
Like none of us were allowed.
There's one picture it's developed and it's in a frame.
Exactly. That's literally what he's got one picture in his office at home, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of us left our phones out of respect in our vehicles.
Yeah.
Like I was like, cool, turned it
Yep.
off, left it in my car. I said, I don't
No problem.
Yep.
I was like, and yeah, so that was pretty
I
cool.
when I retired under the Obama administration.
Yeah.
George Bush sent me a letter,
Yeah.
and I guess I found out later you can request them.
Oh, really?
Either somebody requested it, yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Either someone requested it for me on my behalf,
Nice.
but I also heard that Bush finds out who's retiring in Texas
Mhm.
and fucking sends them to him.
No way.
Yeah.
I will tell you this: that guy has a memory that is fucking amazing.
That's what I've
It's
heard.
creepy, isn't
He'll
it?
remember you.
It's
I don't know if I
creepy,
told this
dude.
story here or somewhere else, but when I was in the hospital, when I was freshly wounded, he had, and I was already awake from the coma. He walked into my room, and it was my mom and my dad and I, and his handlers, and whoever was the commander of the hospital at the time. But he walks in, knew my name, knew my story. He was like, "Hey, Sergeant Avila, la 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 la." He goes, "I know about you guys, the Blue Spaders." He's like, keep kicking ass out there. You guys are doing great. All that was great. Got a coin. Walks out, right? I'm like, it's the fucking president of the United States. Like, he's not gonna fucking remember me.
Right.
About 2.5 years later, he's already out of office. When did he get out? 2010 or 2008?
2008.
Well, yeah, 8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
So it was 2010. I was getting ready to retire out of BAMC. I'm walking into the CFI to get some stuff done for my prosthetic at the time. And I see a big group of people, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. And when I'm walking out, somebody's like, "Hey, you want to meet President Bush?" And I was like,
Like, I met him.
I already met him. And I'm like, and there was a bunch of wounded dudes there. So I'm like, I don't want to take a little bit of time away from him for the guys that haven't met him. And so I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I've met him before. I have a picture. I have his coin. Great guy. I walk right by him, and he does this little number and pushes Secret Service to the side. He goes, "Sergeant Avila?" And I was like, "Mr. President?" And he goes, "Come here, son." And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he like looks me up and down. At the time, I was in the bed, and I wasn't walking. And he grabs me on my shoulder. He goes, "You look damn good."
That's awesome.
How's your dad Guillermo and your mom Patricia? And I was like,
Holy
"What
shit,
the
dude.
fuck?" I was like, "That was 2.5 years ago, sir." And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Sir, they're great."
Yeah.
He goes, "They're really taking care of you, huh?" I was like, "Yes, sir. I'm walking. I'm good."
Yeah.
He goes, "You look good. It's good to see you, son. Let's grab a picture." I was like, "Yes, sir."
Right.
Took a picture, and he's like, "See you soon." I was like, "Yes, sir." And I was like, I walked out of there, and I was like, I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Like,
telling you, man.
regardless of what people said about him and all the mistakes and shit that he made, I can honestly say he's one of the presidents that truly care about the troops.
Yeah, he was a good, and he's just a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, people get so fucking bent out of shape about the fucking decisions he made and whatnot during his administration. Two things. One, fucking Cheney's the goddamn devil, and that was mostly him. All right, let's be real, man. Like, dude, how you shoot a dude in the face and then that guy apologizes to you?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck, dude? Like, that's insanity.
Hey, sorry, I got in front of your gun when you pulled the trigger.
Sorry, I look like a bird, bro. Like, what the fuck? So one, Cheney's the devil, but two, Bush is a C+ student. I think he did pretty fucking well for a C+ student, man.
And he made the Air Force.
Yeah.
He's a pilot, wasn't he?
Yeah. In the Air National Guard.
That's crazy.
I mean,
It's got to be because he's a Texan. We're built different, I guess.
he's just a good dude, though, man.
Yeah, he
Like,
is a
shit.
good guy. I'll give him that. Like, regardless of what people say, I think he truly cared and loved the troops.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't imagine being in charge when you send all these fucking people to war.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that shit's on
Yeah.
you, especially when you start seeing the numbers of people dying. Like,
Yeah.
that shit's got to have
Yeah.
a fucking effect on you. It's
got to.
At some level.
What I can't remember what we were talking about, but this reminds me when we were talking about the dude that carries the football.
Yeah.
The nuclear.
The nuclear football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There was I wish I could remember this story. We talked about it on a previous episode, fucking probably a year ago now. That I can't remember why I think it was some like mental health dude was trying to figure out how to like get a president to understand what's happening if they have to push that button.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the things that they came up with is in order to get the codes out of the case, the president had to actually kill the dude holding it. So that way the president, had to take a life in order to actually take lives. Because other than that, there's no,
Yeah.
like immediate. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when you press send on a fucking text.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're like, fuck it.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
it's like federal law. It's like, well, look at Texas. It's like if you brandish a firearm, you pull it out, you got to use the motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta use
Otherwise,
it.
you're fucking intimidating.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
got to make sure that you're fucking right.
Yep.
You're justified.
Yep.
So I mean,
But-
it makes sense.
But this was way back in the
I don't know
day.
if that's
like,
true, but
what do you mean?
I don't know if that-
brandishing.
No, I don't know if the you had to kill the guy.
No,
It's
no,
true.
no. So this was way back in the day when like the nuclear arms race was
like this
going
sounds
on.
like a Teddy Roosevelt rule.
This was back then when they were trying to figure it out, and
makes
like
sense,
somebody was like, "Hey, like, look, listen, we can't give somebody this much power
Yeah.
without actually understanding what they're doing."
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, when last time we talked about it, I had way more information. It was fresh in my brain.
That's crazy.
We drank a lot since
Like,
then.
you gotta pop that dude, and that dude knows he's gonna get popped by you,
Right?
Or
Like
does he
he's
not- or does he
well
not
aware.
know?
No. He's well aware.
Oh,
Like
shit.
it's a voluntary job.
Yeah.
But that's one of those jobs that's like, I'm going to get paid bank. My life's getting taken care of. Let's hope nothing happens.
Right? Right?
You know
Shit.
what I mean?
You know those dudes during the Cold War were just shitting bricks, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck, it's Tuesday. Oh, God damn it.
Gorbachev said he didn't like us. Fuck. Fucking crazy. And you know, fucking Reagan didn't give a fuck. That dude was like, I'll shoot you.
Come here, boy.
The Carter days are over, bitch. Fucking, yeah.
Like, I'd love to be
A.
a fly on the wall in the government back, like, pre-information era, pre-internet. You know what I mean? Like, when, like, some major shit's going down.
Like 89 to like 94. I want to like
Like, I want to know, like, how fast are they getting information? You know what I mean? Like, can they make a real time decision, or is there a delay? Where like today, you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You're like, I need that pulled up right now, and bam, I get a live feed of whatever the fuck's going
Yeah.
on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you look back at like the 80s and 90s, and it's like, what the fuck's going on in Beirut? And they're
Oh,
like,
it's
Steve said an hour ago.
yeah, well, I mean, it was they'd get a guy on the phone.
Yeah.
We had phones, right? But imagine before phones.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a
like,
letter. How long is that letter?
know.
you're waiting on the fucking
Well, fuck, how
Pony
do you want
Express to
better?
bring
Yeah.
you some shit.
What was that movie that they had about the guys that used to ride the horses to bring letters? You
Oh
remember
yeah,
I fucking can't remember the name.
something Express,
It was the Pony Express.
the
Was it
Pony Express. Yeah.
Yeah, you imagine back then, like you got to write from fucking wherever
Yeah.
to DC
Get
to give
the
this
fuck
letter to
outta
the
here.
president.
Right? Was that talking about what I was
Yeah.
saying?
What was it?
Preventing nuclear war. Fisher was known for a unique idea towards nuclear deterrence. In March 1981, an article in the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist, while discussing the importance of reaching a wise decision, especially in terms of nuclear arms, he suggested implanting a nuclear launch codes in a volunteer. If the president of the United States wanted to activate nuclear weapons, he would be required to kill the volunteer to retrieve the codes.
What the fuck?
Roger Fisher.
Damn.
From 1981.
Fucking A.
Did anybody? Well, I mean, obviously, I guess not. No
We were
one
built
killed,
different
but-
back in the early 80s,
It's,
boys.
it's in the history. Well, it's in Wikipedia. I wouldn't
Yeah.
really say the history book, but
Which we've already
Well, yeah, that's
determined
what I
that
was
we
like,
can, I could change that right now.
right. But I mean, at least somebody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Like how much shit like this happened that nobody knows. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that's crazy. You know,
Even now with all the technology and shit that we have,
I feel like now it's
would,
even worse.
I would love to be a fucking fly in a fucking room and understand what the fuck are we doing.
you know what I would do if I was president? This is what I would do, and this is, you could call this unethical if you want, but I would like implant like small explosives inside, like oh, you went out of Guantanamo Bay? Cool, go ahead. We're gonna just inject you with this nano fucking thing real quick. Boop, give them an injection, and it's like a small explosive.
No, why would
'cause
you
they
even
got 'em.
tell him? I give him.
Oh, you don't have
dinner
to tell him
and
shit.
No, I've been giving him dinner and put a fucking sleeping pill when he needs to sleep. Fucking put it in there without him knowing.
Nowadays, you can just inject a motherfucker. They're small enough,
Yes.
and they just fucking just be like, "Oh, he's fucking up." Boop. Now he's
Wasn't
not.
there a movie like that where they put
Like-
something in the back of your head?
Yeah.
And, and you did something. Your fucking brain, you fucking died.
Yep. That's what we need to do with these fucking. Oh, you went out of Gitmo? You got it, doc. No worries.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
It's not a bad move.
like,
By the way,
but
before I
if they
get
do it on me, fuck that.
before I get murked, I did meet Dick Cheney one time, and he was very, very cool to me. All right, he was very, very cool.
Yeah. He didn't have a shotgun.
I was 15 years old, and I was a waiter in a bar. Or I was a waiter in a restaurant in a Holiday Inn, and he was in there. This was when he was like the governor of Wyoming,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
and he tipped the fuck out of me. He was like, "How old are you?" I think it was 14. It was
Yeah.
like my first job. And he was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, 14, sir. And he was like, "Get the fuck, you working?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." I didn't tell him I was court ordered to be there. But yeah, and then fucking, and yeah,
Oh, shit.
fucking, he fucking tipped the shit out of me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So drastic change of subject here. But I was looking at this and it reminded me of a gun, the ashtray reminded me of a gun, which reminded me of a conversation that Omar and I had over the weekend.
Did we? I don't remember.
That you're going on the range this past Sunday.
Mhm.
Yeah. To check out a new a company that makes stocks for shotguns and ARs.
Yes,
Okay.
Did you end up doing that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
So this company makes wood like handguards for ARs.
It's like walnut too. Like
They look fucking sweet.
Yeah.
dude. They really do.
Like, you know what I
pull
like?
up, go to
shameless plug.
look up
Wooks.
WOOX.
Do you know why I like this idea?
Why?
Because black rifles are scary. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
yeah.
What I like about it is they have the one that I did. They have this kit for a
What the fuck? This
Yeah,
is
right?
dope, dude.
go to Gladiator.
Where's that?
Got on the left hand side of the way, right there.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can take an old looking shotgun.
I want to do that to my 870.
You have an 870?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I got three
That's
870s.
what I did. So look at
Fuck
that.
yeah. And it's got M-lock on the fucking
It does.
the grip on the foregrip.
Dude, this is dope as shit.
I know.
and if you're brave enough and if you have one of those fucking
Uh-uh.
stupid shock waves, you can do that too, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
Bro,
Mine look like that.
it looks classy though. Look at that.
right?
Yeah.
So they're an Italian company, but it's American walnut, I believe. And yeah, dude, they just changed all that thing out and then just put that back together and look at that. Like, you have
Fucking scroll up a little bit. What was that? Compatibility?
Yep, Shockwave, M80A. That's
Any of the 870s are going to be good.
500, 509. Those are all Mossbergs.
I got Mossberg 88 and a Mossberg 500.
Yeah,
So
those are all Mossbergs, and then the Remington
Okay.
870, and then the TAC 14.
Nice.
fucking A, dude.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks great.
I like how that looks. Go up again a little bit. I like how that shock. No, yeah, the top one. I like how that looks. I would never shoot that fucking thing.
Well, I just don't want to shoot
With these hands,
shockwave.
bro, I'm fucking
Yeah.
You'd be like that when you're like, wham, and it just goes flying behind you.
without a fucking. Yep, 100%.
Yeah, you might have an issue.
I hope I hit what I
But
was
that-
trying to hit with the first shot.
I know, right? But I mean, there's nothing that I would put on a pump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna put a laser or a light.
But you could.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly. I could if I need to.
Yeah.
You know,
You can throw a fucking light on there if it's home defense.
Yeah.
dude, my 870. I got that gun when I was probably 7, 8, maybe,
Oh,
Yeah.
they probably paid like $100 for it.
if that, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I will fucking confirm this son of a bitch is ridiculously fucking good with it.
I take it. So I'll do like
Like,
when
fuck.
Warfighter Scuba has their shoot coming.
You
up.
coming up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll bring my 870 and I'll.
Are you coming?
Yeah. But I will be there with a Benelli because I don't feel like pumping my fucking shotgun.
Look, there'll be
every time.
guys with like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 like trap guns all set up for them,
Yeah.
and I'll go fuck them up with my 870.
I've seen it happen.
I like to see you try.
We did that shit.
I'll
in
do my
fucking-
best.
We did that shit in Houston.
Yeah.
And you fucking smoked motherfuckers on
I'm
that,
gonna
dude.
bring my Blaser F6. We'll
Okay.
see if you can fucking beat me.
That's
Dude,
fine.
And if you do, I'm gonna walk to Blaser because they're in San Antonio and be like, "Here's
Like, this gun's
fucking
trash."
$3,000 shotgun. I want my money back."
Dude, yeah. Dude, he's fucking weirdly good with that fucking
Yeah.
thing. It's terrifying.
I love shooting ski. It's one of my favorite things.
Yep.
I found out I was good at it. and
It's
I
so
was
much
like,
fun, dude.
Oh shit, they do it for AR.
That's
too?
yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh shit.
Well, it's because black rifles are scary, but
They
that
are.
looks way less intimidating.
But I mean, that looks like
It looks
Oh, look at that. That's dope.
I like the full
I didn't
full
like that
wood.
one. I like the full one. That's cool though.
Yep,
Look
that
at
right there.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
That's dope.
Wooks.
Right?
Yeah.
Check out wookstore.com for some cool ass
Yeah, they're
some
dope.
cool ass wooden.
You know, it's one of those 3 in the morning
Hardware.
fucking 3 in the morning fucking finds
Yeah.
when you can't sleep and you just
Yeah.
scroll. You're like, what is this?
Dude, I buy some of my best shit then.
Right?
Like all the time.
Let's,
dude.
like,
It's like-
when you text me about this, and I was just like, I've never heard of this company before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look them up. Like, and then I looked them up, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. And then I was looking at their price, and I'm like, that's not horrible.
No,
Like,
no.
You know?
I see some
I mean,
Wooks.
it's a
some
brand new,
Wooks
it's a
shotgun.
brand new fucking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I,
it just changes the whole look to
Yep.
it. Yeah.
I see some Wooks shotgun accessories in my future.
And if you use promo code, I'm kidding.
Do you got one?
No,
Pimp it up.
no, I don't. I wish I did. No. I'm just
Well, speaking of which, did we ever run ads? Probably a long time ago.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. That's why we love you, Justin. Keeps us on our toes. Man.
So Omar, you've been doing a lot on your YouTube lately.
yeah.
Um,
They're not great, but
I've been on
his
his YouPorn. I've not been on his YouTube.
nut
It's his
porn,
YouPorn.
sir.
Yeah.
Nut porn.
Yeah.
Trying to raise some money
Yeah.
for a pool.
He needs a pool. Just find him at onlyfans.com/crispy as fuck.
For an extra $20, I'll send you all the nut pics you want.
Dude.
yeah. You can find him on Foot Finder.
It's not the porno one.
I've
He's
been-
actually
I've
just
been
looking
looking
for
for
it.
it too, so,
yeah, he's
yeah.
just been looking for his foot. That's all it is. Did I ever tell you, Jazz and I had an idea? And I want to run this by you. I might have actually mentioned it to you when we were down at Roatan, but I'm not sure. But I wanted to come up with an app that was called what the hell did we had a great name for it. Oh, Soulmates.
Yeah.
But it was soul as in sole of your
You
foot.
did tell me that. We were coming back.
Were you
Yeah.
right swipe for
Yeah.
right amputee
Yeah,
and
yeah.
left swipe so you guys
Yeah.
could share shoes? Like,
So you match with somebody that's the same size.
yeah, dude.
Wasn't there a story like that on, is it Banner Brothers or was it Saving Private Ryan? It was Saving Private
Yeah,
Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
When
I
he's
think.
like, yeah, my uncle lost his leg and a friend of his, so they used to meet and buy a pair of shoes, and
It's the best
Yeah.
thing ever, dude. It's fucking great. Yeah.
that'd be great.
But I just want to do like an app where it's just soulmates. It's fucking these are dope. Bam. You type in
The problem with that is that nowadays, oh man, don't do that.
look at you. Look at you all
The
fancy.
problem nowadays is that yeah, we gotta get those views up. That's horrible. Is that everybody has prosthetics, so you really don't
Yeah.
want to share shoes anymore.
Well, because now you have like a
well, because you can put a shoe.
put a
on
shoe on
Yeah,
your prostate.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
He's got to get his views up. So go check out Crispy's what is it, Crispy 11B, right?
yeah,
Yep. And it'll be linked wherever you're listening or watching.
Cool. Yeah.
Bitches.
Watch his shit.
yeah.
They're party people.
We'll drop our Freedom Friends comment or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, do that. Comment on his videos, say the Freedom Friends sent you. Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be great.
But he actually does have some pretty cool videos. So
Great videos. Yeah, dude. No, you've been busy.
Bro, I'm trying to do this fucking YouTube thing because, fuck, man, Instagram is just so fucking horrible. I had 110,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm down to 374 now. Every fucking
410.
month, I keep losing.
you're at 410. Yeah. To 375.
374.
So-
I literally just hit 374 yesterday.
Shit.
It dropped. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Because I remember we were in Rotan talking, and you were like, I woke up one day and I lost 30,000 followers, like overnight.
How's that work?
I have no fucking idea.
So
But I
now,
can tell you I'm shadow banned as fuck.
yeah,
Well, but 30,000 people weren't like unfollow.
no,
It's not like you
No.
where you run around screaming the N-word
I
or
was
some
gonna
shit.
say-
Like what the fuck?
I've been pigment pass, so I can say it.
Like-
I've been given the pigment pass by a lot of friends. But yeah, no, it's just weird. Like, I really don't get very political on my Instagram. I'll post like funny shit
yeah,
that's political every once in a while, but it's not like it's not my whole identity. Like some of these guys that's all they fucking do.
Right.
is political shit. I really don't give a fuck what you are. You're gay. You're whatever. Fucking have fun. Enjoy your life. Don't bother people.
Yeah.
Do your own thing in your fucking house. Like let everybody the fuck alone.
Yep.
And then you do you. Be happy. Whatever makes you happy, do it. If that's your thing, cool. Like I got
It's called freedom.
Yeah, I got
Kind of a staple of this show.
I got a couple of fucking gay friends. Like
Yeah.
they're fucking cool. It's
Dude,
not,
me too.
It's
Cool.
not, it's not their identity. Yeah, I was talking about John, but
I thought we were talking about Nick.
We're all talking about Nick. Yeah.
but it's not their whole identity. Like they don't. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not their whole thing. Like other people make it. But anyways, I don't know what I did. I have no fucking clue what I did. I do make a lot of gun content, which
I don't think you did anything. And the reason why I say this is because Warfighter's Instagram, we haven't been able to break 50 grand in 3 years?
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get like 49.9 and then we end up losing like 1,000 followers. And so now we're dancing at like 48.7.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it doesn't matter. Like
Dude, my every fucking thing.
I can see big spikes in followers, and then the next day I see big spikes and it's like fuck you.
Yeah, because nobody just goes through their Instagram and goes unfollow, unfollow, unfollow. Nobody does that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't know the last time I've ever unfollowed anybody.
Me neither. I mean, well, like I will on Facebook sometimes, but I'll just unfollow. I won't unfriend the person,
Yeah.
right? Because there's some people, the whole fucking mass thing where at followers and then you get a fucking notification or the highlight fucking thing that they're doing now.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's the
If you
worst.
tag me on
man.
that shit, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you in person.
If you tag at followers
Well,
because
that-
you think you're that fucking special,
Yeah.
I immediately go into your profile. And
That's the
unfollow.
equivalent of
I'm like,
there's probably 2 people that I've left on my friends list that, so and so tagged you and 99 friends, and it's like, fuck you, bro.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Whatever me and those 99 people are doing have nothing to do with what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
wanting.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
yeah,
But yeah, it's very weird, man.
we
And-
both know
and-
who that guy is.
I'm not even talking about him.
Because the motherfucker still does it.
I used to hate the motherfuckers. He used to send me the Farmville.
Oh yeah,
I was
go
like,
play this game.
I don't
with
want to
me.
play this motherfucker. I got shit to do.
Dude.
Fuck you and you're growing.
That was
crop.
my question. Like, what do you do all fucking day, man? I was getting these things fucking 10, 15 times a day.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I honestly get so many fucking DMs. People like, I haven't seen your shit in like months, and all of a sudden, you are on my For You page, and I saw that I wasn't following you
Yeah.
anymore. And he's like, I didn't unfollow you, and I'm like, dude, fuck, I don't know, man. Like,
It's got to be Instagram,
it's
dude.
yeah, it is. And I will tell you, I haven't.
You on the
I
tickety
haven't-
talks?
I haven't unfollowed people, but I've muted people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do that on there. Because
Yeah.
I have like some of my friends, like their wives and stuff, they're like very
a
like,
lot.
They're well, not that. Like they want to like show what they got, and I'm like, dude, I can't see you. Like we hang out all the time. I don't want to. I don't want to see you doing this and
Yeah.
bikini
Right.
with your ass. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'll mute. Like, but that's as far as I've done. Like,
Yeah, that's
I don't-
awkward.
I don't know. I don't block people. I don't unfollow people. Like, if you come on my post and we don't like see eye to eye on certain things, I like having conversations with people. I'm not gonna block you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come at you and fucking attack you right off the bat. Like, I want to see where you're coming from with your information.
Yeah, I'd like to explain like good discourse. Like,
Exactly.
Good discourse is good
100%.
for everybody.
So I'm
Yeah.
not fighting with people. I don't block anybody. So it is very odd on what the fuck is happening over there. And I know it's not just me.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Grantham yesterday, and they almost deleted his account
Oh shit.
and gave it right back to him. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? The dude's got like 1 million followers on fucking Instagram.
Wow.
And they said he was violating, I don't know what community guidelines. Literally was pictures of him with his hand holding a gun. And that was it.
No, the problem is nowadays
fucking
that's
gun.
community
I
guidelines,
guess
and it's
so.
like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
Yeah.
So I tried to do like the blue check verified on Instagram,
Yeah.
and Instagram was like, well, you need to change all this stuff before we can do this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was violating the
Oh.
policy, the terms.
Fuck,
They let me change mine to comedian,
So
which
the-
I was like, thank you.
Our description is one of the things that we have to change.
oh.
Yeah, Justin, you want to pull that up when you get a second?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have to
Warfighter
change.
one?
Yep, our warfighter description.
100% veteran-owned cigar company for sheepdogs who protect the innocent, love America, and all things ATF.
Yeah. Hashtag warfighter tobacco must be 21 or older.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I did like that video you jumping. You posted it in somewhere. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
right. That for the airborne
Was
day.
it that
Yeah,
one?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
those are just the
That's
stills
not-
from
is
it.
that
but
you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
me.
you, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I took him down to Florida to do a
Damn,
Brown County
bro,
preparation team.
I missed that fucking uniform. That was my
The
favorite.
BDUs are
uniform.
the best.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
dude,
I love
and
it.
that's something that all of us, no matter what branch service,
If you
can agree
wore
on.
BDUs,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then
yeah. like
whether or not you wore a different uniform, if you got to wear BDUs, hands down, that is your favorite one.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know
looking at your-
anybody.
I'm looking at your hat right now.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
good
I
with-
bought it.
and I'm good with that.
I
It's
used
BDU.
to love shining my boots, bro. It was my
Fuck yeah,
favorite
dude.
Because I took so much pride in that shit. I was like, yeah, bitch, you're looking at my
That
shit.
starts getting the fucking razor edge creases.
I used to get so mad when motherfuckers would cheat. When they put like mopping glow on their shit or something, I'd be like, "You cheating fucking bitch!"
Fuck you.
I'd be like, "You
No.
cheating
Yeah.
fucking bitch, man!"
Well,
yeah,
when I was in Germany, there was this Russian lady that used to come by all the time, and she would come into your room and fucking iron your fucking uniforms
Wow.
for like $10 for like a set of 2 or something like
yeah.
that.
yeah.
And bro, fuck, you come out, man, you're
Dude.
it starts getting that wear and tear, like that light color, and
Yep.
that fucking line.
Yeah, yeah.
And then your boots, and when you see someone else looking at your boots, how shiny they were,
You're
you're
like,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, bitch."
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, like my eyes are up here.
In Okinawa, every barracks had a mama-san, like on like the second floor in the fucking laundry room, and like you could bring your shit to her. By the time she would start your shit so much, then fuckers would stand up. You could stand your trousers up and be like, fuck.
I got a bunch of fucking pants like that now.
Yeah.
Whenever I wear cowboy boots and shit, when I take them off,
They just starts to get
That is so Mexican of you.
I'd like to.
Hey, question: do you
That's a
litter?
Texas
Do
thing.
you litter a lot? We have a argument
Do I
on this
litter?
show. Do you litter?
Not really.
Thank you. We have a racist ass co-host that thinks all Mexicans litter. He's not here right now, but you know,
Is he in Montana? Or
So
He is
yeah,
in
so
Montana right
Scott went to Rednecks with Paychecks up by DFW, and then he went to this off-road park by Houston, and he's gone a bunch. Like he's probably gone, I don't know,
4 or 5 times each.
more than yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And so the one takeaway from every trip that he gets is Mexicans litter everywhere. It's all over the fucking place. Like,
But wait. Are these drunk Mexicans? There's a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure, I'm
not
sure,
sober.
I'm sure everybody's drunk there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe he's changed his tone. Now it's only Mexicans that are at that adventure park.
That makes sense. No,
I've just taken to asking all my Mexican friends if they litter now.
I literally at my own house. That's as far as
Yeah, but you pick that up eventually.
Yeah, I get mad when people throw shit out the window. Like
I just can't do it.
I saw
Like I can't bring myself.
I saw a whole ass McDonald's bag flat out of a guy's car the other day.
Oh.
I was behind him. The whole ass McDonald's bag.
Was
flew
it the
out.
driver's side or the passenger side?
It was he was by himself, but it went out the fucking passenger.
If you're gonna do it, that's how you do
That's
it.
how you have to do it, right?
You know what I mean?
And,
Alright.
You gotta roll that window down. You look in your mirrors and you say, "Fucking yeet."
and the first thing that came in my head, I was like, if he's Mexican, I'm telling Scott. And I got up next to him, and it was a black guy, and I was like, motherfucker.
You should got a dash cam. That would have been fucking funny. You should have said that to Scott. Look, another Mexican.
Scott would have counted it.
He would've-
Yeah, he would've.
He would've.
It's like he's gonna do this.
He's just like, that's a dark Mexican. This is the same thing.
Very dark Mexican.
Yeah. Fucking. I'm telling you, man. Fucking Scott, dude.
Oh God, I wish he was here.
Yeah, I always miss Scott when he's around. He's a poor influence on me though. Like me and him, we get fucking shit faced around each other for some reason. I'm only on a 1 drink fucking max tonight, so
Oh,
I gotta fucking pick up a rental car after this.
bro,
I can't be.
I gotta drive
fucking
home,
pissed.
and it's 106 outside.
Yeah, these next couple days.
And I hate I love my truck. The one thing that I hate that Ford did, you sons of bitches, was the like mine's a 2018.
Yeah.
And the roof is all sunroof, all the way to the back.
Yeah.
So that fucking sun went through that window, and they have this little thin fucking bullshit. It's not even insulated or anything. I had my windows, and it's got 4 different layers of 5% tint on them, and I can still feel the fucking.
You did your sunroof too?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I was gonna tell you to take your sunroof.
I did.
Fuck, never
Yeah.
mind.
I did. It still fucking goes through, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Damn.
But yeah, on the drive here, I was like,
You should get a different
I'm like, these
truck.
motherfuckers are lucky I like them. I'm like, no, that bitch is paid off. I'm not about to get a new truck.
Yeah, that's true.
like,
that's a fucking good feeling.
I love not having a truck payment. Like,
Yeah.
When the first of the month comes around, I'm like, ooh, I got extra
That is
money.
Right?
That is a good feeling. I'm waiting. I got about another year on mine, and it'll be paid off.
Yeah, nice.
I don't.
No,
Well,
you definitely
I
fucking know.
I mean, we still have a car payment because my wife just got a new car. So I'm like,
She got a really nice one.
she did.
Well, your ass,
What?
you've got a fucking banger of a truck now.
Yeah, your truck.
This is my forever truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your truck's nice. I like it.
nice. Did you see his latest one?
Yeah,
Fucking guy.
yeah.
Fuck.
I got to ride in it today,
Yeah.
and I was
Oh, it's
he was-
hilarious.
He's so special.
Well, no, the best part is so he gets in and he's sitting in the passenger seat. And he's like, man, I feel like I'm like 3 feet taller than every other vehicle around. I'm like, yeah, you're in Mal's seat. You should lower the seat and it'll feel normal. And he literally like pushes the button and he
She's
drops
got it
like 10
jacked all the
inches.
way up.
Yeah. His head's like almost touching the ceiling.
Dude, my wife's the same. She knows when somebody sits in her and on the passenger
Every time,
seat.
who the fuck sat in
Yeah.
my seat?
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, what? I'm like,
My friends, fuck.
Dude, well, Haley's got like the programmable things in her driver's side of her.
so
of the
I asked,
spaceship.
when I brought my
Those are
truck
the
to
best.
Ford to get serviced on a couple weeks ago, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, is there an option to get the memory settings for the passenger seat, and the guy's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Listen,
I have a wildly autistic midget girlfriend. Don't fuck with me on this, all right?
She beats me. I'm just trying to make sure.
You know what? If he told me she beats him, I would
Really?
fucking believe him.
I believe it.
I would believe Jeff. I would definitely
I
believe
believe him.
Yeah.
We'll start a support group.
And I adore Mallory, but fuck. If you were like, dude, she's beating me,
So
I'd be like, I believe you.
It's funny. I tease her all the time, and I was like, if I could video you and show the world how soft you are, it's like it would be amazing. Like, could you come off as this hard ass bitch, like
but
do,
at
you ever
home,
do you ever just talk to her like this?
no, because I don't want to get hit.
fuck you up. She's gonna fuck you up.
She's gonna fuck me up for that comment. I'm playing with fire right now.
The bad part is she actually listens to these.
No, I
too.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hi Mel, love you.
Dude,
I think
we gotta do
Mallory's,
dinner again.
Mallory is my fucking road dog, man. I adore that kid. She's fucking great.
After the car bomb episode, it was funny because Mal came by and everything, and then we were all leaving.
She was sober the whole time.
Me
Poor
and John
thing.
left
I know.
at the same time, and she said something and jokingly was just like, "I know you heard me, bitch," and she goes like storming over to John, and it was funny because she looked at him like this, and John just smiled and went. And just, just kissed her on the forehead.
How tall is she?
So I'm 6'1", she's 5'1".
Okay.
So you're
Dude,
exactly a foot.
one-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So same thing with me. I'm 6'2" and Kristen's 5'2".
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 6'1". Haley's like 5'8".
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are normal.
Yeah, we're super
Yeah.
super normies. Fucking normies.
I
The
mean,
typical Caucasian couple.
Yeah, right. So I want to shout out. I mentioned that I was in Camp Lejeune this last weekend. I want to shout out my boy Nick LaBeouf. Congratulations on 30 years, buddy. And I want to tell you guys. I started to tell you guys a story.
So he did 30 years enlisted?
Yeah,
fuck.
Fucking A.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
he came in
cheers to
90.
you.
What do you do for the last 10?
Oh, he's been
Nothing.
fucking telling sergeant majors their boot.
Is he Pentagon or what?
Huh?
Pentagon or what?
No, he was still at division.
Really?
Still working, dog. He worked to the end. See, that's the beauty of being a master gunnery sergeant. So so when that's how we do it different than the Army. All right. So when you are gunny and you're looking at picking up E8,
Yeah.
you put F or M on your fitness report, which is kind of like your guys' NCOARs.
So in the infantry, everybody puts M. Well, lately they started to put F. But
Yeah. But but if you pick if you pick up if you pick up master sergeant, if you become a master sergeant in the Marine Corps, you can never become a sergeant major. You can only go to master gunnery sergeant.
Really?
And if you become a first sergeant, that's the only way you can ever become a sergeant major.
Major. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you choose your career path.
Is it
Master
because
sergeants-
you guys? Is it because your force is less than the Army?
Because we're small, probably.
Yeah,
But what it does is it creates an in occupational field duty expert at every unit.
okay.
You know what I mean? So you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
an E89 who's you're not.
This is it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with
yeah.
them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I think the Army does this a lot too, but they use warrant officers for that reason,
Yeah.
right? Whereas we don't have that many warrant officers.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're usually like platoon commanders and like
That makes
maintenance
sense.
fields and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then first sergeants and sergeant majors, they go on to do fucking, company level fucking
Yeah,
leadership,
command. Yep.
command shit to be senior enlisted advisors, right?
Yeah.
Which both important roles, but
Yeah.
the difference is that the highest you can really go as a master guns, for the most part, is like a battalion regiment level.
Yeah.
Okay.
The highest you can go as a sergeant majors, you can go all the way up to the fucking commandant and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
right? Whereas, so like if he's at division, which is at like a battalion, and he's sitting there as like in his battalion as an E9,
Yeah.
every sergeant major that's a battalion sergeant major, that's like the boot sergeant major.
Okay.
So like they'll be like, I have a good idea, and he's like, we're not fucking doing that. Like,
Just kidding.
like Master Guns could be like, that's
Yeah.
fucking retarded, bro. You're a boot. You know what I mean? So he's been loving life the last 10 years, just shitting on
just
sergeant
got here,
majors.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, he just shuts down sergeant majors. It's been great. But he's a combat engineer by trade.
Okay.
Good motherfucker, dude. I worked with him in Baltimore. We were on I-90 together at my last
Take
unit.
that band off because I'm fucking disabled.
Yeah. That's why we make a wish for the day.
No, hell no, bitch. Yeah, I'm holding out for that one.
So I said for the day. You got plenty of days.
No, I'm holding it. Yeah.
I went out to Camp Lejeune last Thursday. I flew out to Jacksonville. Just kind of hung out around fucking OJ Vegas, which it's still a piece of shit place, and it's why I avoided it like the plague my entire career. That's why I never got stationed there.
Military bases aren't shitty.
Oh, have you seen all the fucking? Have you drank the water at Camp Lejeune?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
I didn't drink any water while I was there. Shit.
I'm waiting for my were you stationed in Germany? Ah,
You're just waiting for it.
all right, makes sense.
Yep. It's like, oh, the cancer. Got it.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like
mesothelioma.
every single military base.
Eventually, it comes
You know, and I know every single person sitting in this room right now can think back to a time where they were like, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
No,
And
yeah.
nobody did a thing about it.
I remember the fucking Sarsaparilla mold, the same mold that wiped out the Egyptians, was growing in my barracks. And what they did, they just closed down one half of the building and moved us to the other side.
Yeah.
Same water supply, everything was the same. They were just like, just go over here.
Right.
like,
Well, dude,
what the fuck?
when I was stationed in Germany, I remember when we did a lot of our training exercises were still in the fucking old Nazi fucking barracks.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, is there fucking lead in here? Like, what the fuck?
Lead.
Every time
That's the least of your worries.
well, yeah, no shit. But every time we went out there, I got sick, bro. Every fucking time.
Probably the showers.
Maybe. Maybe. There were
Bro.
there it is. Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Yes.
So Friday night, Friday he retires, and we have a like a reception afterwards, right? And he gets shit faced, and then we go over to a friend of his house, and we're hanging out, and then somebody mentioned they're like, "Oh, the old strip club that used to be called the Cave is now a comedy club," and I was like, "Oh shit, I wonder if they have open mic nights." And he's like, "Yeah, it's actually tonight." And so they were like, "You won't do it." And I'm like, "The fuck I won't." I'm like, "Dude, I'm a comedian. That's what I do now, right?"
Yeah.
So like, we went out and I did comedy, and I show up to this thing, and they were like, "It's 3 minutes, it's open mic, blah blah blah." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I noticed 2 minutes goes by, the guy doesn't give me a light. 3 minutes goes by,
Yeah.
5 minutes goes by, 6, 8. I'm
So
like,
they
"What the
give you a
fuck?"
light, pretty much letting you know, like, hey, wrap it up. It's time to go.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got a minute.
Okay.
He told me he was going to give me a light when I had a minute.
Yeah.
And I see the guy stand up at one point, and he looks at me, he shakes his head and goes back down. And I'm like, what the
Like,
fuck?
motherfucker.
So he just let me cook, right? And that's exactly what he said when I got off the stage finally. When I was like, guys, it's my time. I'm Mikey, blah, 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 and all that. And I leave. He was like, dude, he's like, we don't usually get actual comedians in there. It's usually just dudes trying it out. He's like, so when I saw that you were an actual comic, he's like, I just let you cook, bro. And I was like, appreciate it, man.
No.
Yeah, it was cool.
cool.
Yeah,
So he ended up letting you go for how long?
like 10 minutes.
Oh,
So all the
yeah.
times where we've had conversations where you're like, hey, I got this thing coming up and I got to put together 5 minutes or I got to put together 8 minutes or 10 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You just walked up on a stage
Randomly.
one night, no preparation whatsoever. And did
Didn't have my
10 minutes.
book, didn't have notes, nothing.
Did you
I
have,
just
did
did
you
my
have one of
shit.
your best sets?
It was pretty good. The crowd was pretty small, but the good news is most of the people were there for me.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So I brought out the good bits.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like sometimes that might be the best thing where you're not in your fucking head where you think you got a crush.
I think that's what it was,
It's
man.
just like, fuck it, let me let it out.
Like I wasn't thinking. I didn't overthink it. I just
Yeah.
went up there to have
You're
fun.
like, I'm in a place where nobody knows me and I don't give a fuck.
And I'd also been drinking all day. And which normally, me, I don't drink before I go up usually. I usually don't drink
That's where you're
when I'm
fucking
doing
up.
stand
I
up.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, man. Like, fuck. I do know I can't smoke weed before I go up. I'm fucking worthless then, dude. Jesus.
You just, Mikey, sit up there with a microphone and be like,
I'll be like,
that guy.
He's like,
what are you guys doing? I'm trying to get excited about it. I don't know.
can you guys hear my heart beating?
Dude, my shit's beating really fast. I don't know what's going on right now.
It's going like this. Tuk, 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 tuk. Like, I was like, get up. Well, dude, I was just, I saw, Nick Swartzen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see somebody gave him an edible? He ate it. He was in Denver. And people were like, get him off the fucking stage. Yeah, bro. He said he started off, like he took the gummy and he began his set, which is, I think it's like 30 minutes because there was a couple comedians or something. It was super short. But he started this first 10 minutes and he was killing it. And then he said, and then it hit me.
And you could probably see it in the video.
Yeah, and it was I can't remember where, but it was in Colorado. And he's like, we're 9,000 feet above elevation, or elevation.
yeah.
And he's like, and then it hit me. And he's like, and then I was fucking useless. And I was listening to him and he's like, yeah, like people were booing me off. He's like, the next day, like he was like on CNN and TMZ and all this shit. He's like, I was just high. Like the guys there gave it to me. Like I fucked up, and whatever. And
They probably gave him like 100 milligrams.
Dude, not everybody's Joey Diaz,
200.
bro.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he said it
Dude.
was a 200 milligram, and he was like, dude, he's like, I feel so bad that he wants to go back and do the thing for free.
Dude, if you've ever been accidentally mega dosed, motherfucker, that's not cool.
No.
That's fucked, man.
I took 75 once to save Justin's life.
Still appreciate you.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Justin was about to get force fed. No bullshit.
Justin-
Like he was
Justin-
standing on a chair
Been
on
mega
top
dosed.
of Justin, trying to shove an edible in Justin's face.
Justin's been
And-
mega dosed by my pen once.
Oh,
And then he went and took a nap while taking a
that
shit.
that thing's got a lot of people.
Yeah.
That thing's the devil. I got one pen. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is in this, man.
But yeah, to save his life, I had to jump on the grenade and take that fucker. And
See, John saved my life once. Mikey's tried to kill me twice.
Tried is once, all right? Accidentally.
did you ever hear the
another.
story when he legitimately almost killed Justin in the parking lot of
No.
our old shop?
Yeah.
We left the
Yeah.
podcast one night. Justin just got promoted to sergeant.
No. He got promoted like months before that.
Like
Jazz
6
just
months.
told me.
I'm
that
giving
night.
the clip notes of the story here, guys. So Justin got promoted a little while ago. And so we're leaving the show. And that night set a new precedent. Before this night, it was just like, cool, boys, see you guys later. And we'd get in our vehicles and leave. And if they wanted to hang out, didn't fucking matter. Whatever, cool.
Not after that night.
Well, that night, I get a phone call about an hour and a half after I left. And it was from the neighbors, my landlord. And he was like, hey, ambulance and shit's at your shop right now.
Oh,
What the
shit, like
fuck?
that? Like really kill him.
So I
Yeah.
start calling everyone
Yeah.
that was still there. And so finally, I think I got a hold of you.
Yep.
Or no, I think you called me immediately after that.
Yeah, I had a missed call from you.
Yeah. And because the paramedics were there at the time.
Yeah.
And so the cliff notes of how it all happened is so Mikey goes to congratulate Justin on getting promoted. And, like when we've all been promoted before, you get a little,
Little hit.
Yeah.
And so he got a little right in the chest, and Justin just hit the ground.
Just fucking flopped on me like 3 times.
How
So he-
fucking hard did you?
Not hard at all.
It wasn't that hard, but what it was, my best buddy's a medic, and he was like, what happened is he accidentally timed it perfectly in between heartbeats, and he stopped my heart.
Yeah. So Justin hits
Straight
the
up.
ground and then comes to and is like, no, I'm good. Goes to get up and
Three times. I caught him twice, and then we laid him down the last
So
time. We were like,
thank
holy
God that the fire department, Bracken Fire Department
Yep.
is like, I don't know,
Block and a half.
750 yards up
Yeah.
the street from the old shop. And so they called 911, and within 3 minutes,
They were
the
there.
fucking paramedics were there
Yeah.
working on him. And then they were like, yeah, he's fine. He doesn't even need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. And Jazz was like fucking, rocking his
Yeah.
shit and all this, trying to get him fucking.
So
safe
Jazz
and
tells
doing all
Mikey,
this.
if my brother dies, I'm shooting him.
He's like, I get to shoot you if my
And
brother
Mikey
dies.
goes,
I'm like,
that's
fair.
fair.
Well, then fucking Jazz to be a fucking asshole. About an hour later, I'm at home. And I'm still fucking freaked the fuck out. You remember this shit? Fucking Jazz calls me up. He's like, dude, we're on our way to the hospital. And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm just fucking with. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like he was fucking with me.
Bro,
He's like, he's fine. I'm kidding.
I would have shit my pants. Like, oh fuck,
Dude, I was like, I'm gonna go to jail for murdering a friend.
friend,
I
yeah.
was like, fuck.
What you're in here for? I kill a friend.
So from that day forward,
How'd you do it? I punched him
it
in the
was
chest.
like, okay, everybody get in your cars, fucking leave. You're not hanging out here.
Oh shit.
Nobody's dying tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then the second time I almost killed him was weed. So
Oh
It
shit.
quite literally put me on my ass.
no, you went and took a shit and fell asleep. That's not the same thing.
Either way, I was on my ass.
At the same time, though.
Yeah, right?
Dude, that's damn.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
what are the odds? Like,
It was insane.
It was a
like
fluke accident, man. It was
Yeah.
a super freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it the funny part was everything was fine.
Yeah.
Obviously he's okay.
Yeah.
Like there were, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah,
didn't even
that
go to the
shit's
hospital. Like I
serious.
think he went
Oh.
the next day to get checked out.
Yeah,
Because your buddy was just like, you should probably go. You don't have to,
Yeah.
but
so at the time, Jazz was my boss, and he was like, "You're going to the hospital tomorrow." I was like, "I'm fine." He was like, "No, if you come into work tomorrow, I'm gonna beat your ass. So you're going to the hospital tomorrow." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I I had like an ear infection or something
Yeah.
because we had just gotten back from a work trip.
Yeah,
and
you
on
were all
the-
like stuffy and shit.
on the flight, like shit was like coming from my ears and like my nose
shit.
and
That's
shit.
spinal fluid.
And
buddy.
but after that, everything cleared up. I was just like,
Yeah. You're fucking welcome.
I broke my back. Where spinal.
My back is broken. Spinal. God.
Oh, bro, that's shit, that's crazy.
yeah. So moral of the story: don't take anything from Mikey.
Yeah.
Dude, I barely hit your ass. Fucking skinny ass bird chest.
I have a different moral to those stories though, because my story is if Mikey's gonna hand you a weed pen, fucking take it.
If I look excited to hand it to you, just be like, ooh, piece of candy. That's John. Ooh, piece of candy.
I can't smoke like I used to, bro.
So I
can't.
there's two times
It's medicine,
There's
man.
two times where I do it. One is on a weekend when I know I have fucking nothing,
Yeah.
zero responsibilities.
Yeah.
Or if I'm at a ranch somewhere and I know I'm not leaving until Sunday night, Monday morning.
Yeah.
Like, and we have no agenda, like fucking let's go.
Yeah.
I'm loving life at this point.
For sure.
Or at night in bed
Before sleep.
to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's literally
But it's not like I'm not like one of those dudes where it's like, oh, I gotta hit my. Well, we're about to go do what with people? Oh man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't. I don't know how people function during the day, have jobs and shit. Like, I can't do that shit.
Yeah. Me neither.
I'm fucking worthless.
Yeah. Fuck that, dude. I can't. Like, I'll smoke to go to sleep.
Mhm.
Or the same thing if I'm at a buddy's ranch and like we're not doing jack shit the next
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
or even if we're gonna go hunt, it's just by the fire, just a couple hits,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then I'm
Just
chill,
chill.
like, and just enough to I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Same,
But
dude.
yeah, like I see people, they wake up and smoke, fucking noon they smoke. They
Mhm.
like, I'm like, bro, power to you. I can't fucking do that.
So
Like,
I've done that before in my life. Probably 10, 15 years ago now.
yeah,
And it was like, in order to go to work that morning, because I worked mornings at that time, I literally had to go smoke 2 joints in the garage.
Yeah.
And that was my way of being like, hey, I'm mentally fucked up, but I'm not doing anything about it right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get high as fuck.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And enjoy, but I wasn't enjoying shit. It was
Yeah.
just like hiding everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Well, and then-
masking.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
fucking problem. You have a lot of these fucking guys that do the same thing. They use it to mask. And I'm like, dude, everybody's so against seeing a fucking shrink because you get the same fucking, they're not going to understand me.
You'd be
They weren't
surprised.
there. I'm like, bro, like, I'm telling you, I saw someone and it fucking helped.
Yeah.
Like, overnight. Like, because, it's not only validation, but it's just like, look, this is how you deal with it. And this is what you got to do.
Yeah.
And, I saw mine was a female, and I was like, I went into it with the same mentality, like,
What the fuck does she
what the
know?
fuck do you know? Like, and then I found out like she deals with firefighters, with cops, with like
Yeah.
people that see shit every single day, EMTs, all that shit.
Right.
And she's like, no, like, and I'm like, cool. Like, all right. So yeah, every time I see a guy, and I'm like, dude, go get help.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I said, delete that fucking stupid fucking bullshit you're telling yourself in the head that they're not gonna understand you, that they haven't been there. So delete that shit off your head. Go in with it very earnest to see if it helps you, and then you'll be surprised. And if it helps you, fuck yeah. And if it doesn't, you can be, hey, I fucking tried. I came here. I fucking wanted to get help. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Let's try something else. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It happened to me.
What-
I had a fucking shrink that just didn't fucking get it, and she was a
there's
twat.
stuff like that. Yeah.
She was a twat, but I don't hold the entire profession against
No.
her.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
There's 2 points I like to talk about when we talk about this kind of stuff. One of them is the stigma that guys are like, well, they never been through what I went through.
Yeah.
Or they've never been there, so they don't understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but those 20 dudes that you talk to on a daily fucking basis, they've all been there. How many of them are helping you right now?
Mm-hmm.
right.
And if you were to try to sit down and talk with them like you're going to talk to a therapist,
They're gonna walk out.
yeah, how do you think that conversation? Like,
Yeah.
do you want somebody that's been there?
Yeah.
You probably don't, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they're gonna downplay it. You know.
well, it's not even about downplaying it. It's just, okay, yeah, you feel comfortable because he's been there.
Yeah.
Okay, but does he actually know how to help you?
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like, yeah.
Speaking of mega dosed, the motherfucker right there did it to me once too.
Yeah.
Fucking Dave just poked his head in. This fucker gives me a CBD gummy. Wasn't even a weed gummy. Give me like one of the Delta 8 things. I wasn't ready for it.
They will rock your world.
That thing fucking trounced me, dude. I got like, when you get like paranoid high I was like paranoid high. Like I'm like the aliens are coming to molest my butthole. Fucking paranoid high.
That,
like
dude.
fucking that motherfucker did it one time.
Nope. There's very few people that I've taken a pen from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know you, I trust you, but I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
So we were talking about edibles, right?
Yeah.
And I had a philosophy for a long time that I would much rather do psychedelics than a weed edible.
Yeah.
Because I know what's going to happen
yeah.
with the psychedelic. I don't know what's going to happen with the weed edible. Like,
It could go anywhere.
I've never taken one for that same reason.
Yeah.
right?
I'm fucking afraid.
Yeah.
And
Some
I
of
hear-
them are super awesome.
So like back
some
in
of
the
them
day,
not so
back in the
awesome.
day, what would happen was when they mix their big mixture and they put the weed in, and they're like, okay, we're making 100 pieces out of this, so every piece should have 10 milligrams.
Should.
Well, they only mixed it 6 times, and so all that shit hung out in this
It's
corner.
in the bottom.
Yeah, and so all these ones have like 80, and these ones have like 3. You know what I mean? Now it's a little bit more, I don't know, uniformed.
Sure.
As long as you get it like from a state that's legal,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't really say it's regulated, but if you go in a state that's legal and you buy an edible and it's done, you're probably not going to go back and get that same brand,
Yeah.
right? Because at this point, now you're buying a consumable product.
Yeah.
It's branded, it's
Yeah.
marketed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're getting them from Steve down the street and his mom made them.
Bradley Freeman. No, those were awesome. I'm just fucking with you. Those are great. I was a fan.
But so now, and like now there's like fun ones. And there's ones that are like the science is caught up to it.
Yeah,
right?
now
So you
it's
can get one that's like
much safer
designed for sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
much safer these
Okay.
days.
You know what I mean?
Like Mike Tyson's. Like I have some of his ears at home.
That's what I was leading into.
Those things are fucking wonderful.
Really?
They're so nice.
And they look
dude.
like an ear with a little bite
I've
taken
seen
out.
him, yeah. I've seen him on his like Instagram
Yeah,
and shit. But
yeah. I have some of it. They're fucking great, dude.
Where'd you get him in Vegas?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I figured.
That's 100%.
Last ones I got were in New Mexico.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah. They're phenomenal, and they taste fucking
Yeah.
great.
I hope Nick's not hearing this, but you ever thought about taking a gum and go scuba diving?
Nope. That fucking terrifies me. Nope.
I'm like, because there's points where we're in the water and I'm
So-
kinda like,
I'm sure it'd be awesome.
but I'm like, but yeah, I don't know.
So
Well, Nick ain't listening to this, I guarantee.
the last night dive I did in Roatan, and we took a group of guys and we went down by Mandy's Eel Garden. In
Oh, I
the
love
little
that spot.
25-foot training areas that we usually do,
Yeah.
the white sand bottoms.
Yep.
And we all took a knee in the sand in a big circle, and we killed the lights for like 3 minutes. It just to like let everybody's eyes and everything just
Watch the bioluminescence.
And
shit.
no, because nobody was moving, so there was none. And then after like a couple minutes of just sitting there, like completely still, it's just a little bit of movement from the water. You get a little bit of light from the moon coming down. And then out of nowhere, Nick just claps and it just fucking explodes with bioluminescence. And I've never had this thought scuba diving before until that moment. And I'm sitting there and I'm kneeling on the fucking sand. And
Yeah.
I just saw the bioluminescence like right next to me because Nick was right there.
And it's so vibrant.
And it really was. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I want to be on shrooms right now. I was like, I don't know if I could dive, but goddamn. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Bro, how be cool.
I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't be on shrooms.
I don't think I would mess up any of the things that have to keep me alive. Like I think I'd be able to functionally dive.
Uh-huh.
But what I would fuck up is like I'd forget to check air because I'm like, this is so beautiful. You know what I'm like,
And
and I'm like, oh shit.
in that
Now what?
fucking dark, only you're checking your fucking thing.
You know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
gonna do it with a light
With a
too.
light.
And it's just like,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
But that's like it was for like a split second. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, no, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Speaking
Don't
of
do
diving, how's your foot from jumping off that boat?
Bro.
Fucking-
I literally this morning I was touching it and I have like a little fucking I got like a ball in there that hurts.
Really?
So I don't know if I fucking and it might have broken.
Is it like scar tissue or?
Yeah.
For some context,
Yeah.
Omar was with other Mexicans that are substantially smaller than him.
Crossing the border.
They were substantially shorter than him, and they're like, "Oh, it's waist deep. It's fine," or it's like chest deep, and
Yeah.
you jump in and
What's
it's
up,
waist
bitches?
deep.
Yeah. We're in fucking
You're in Mexico.
no, we were in the Bahamas.
Oh,
And so we went to Bimini. The wife wanted to go for her birthday. She wanted to go do a shark dive. And I was like, anything you want, mama. Like, let's go.
sure.
And so we do a fucking badass shark dive. It was reef sharks. It was cool. And then the Bimini,
video looked dope.
yeah, it was fucking cool. We had a blast. But Bimini Shark, it's the Shark Center there that they do all the fucking tagging.
Yeah.
They check up
The
on
research and
everything. The researchers guys, super cool.
Nice.
We shout out to our buddy at Ocean Airways is who we flew with there, but he fucking hooked it up. We're like, hey, go meet these guys. They're gonna take you to this island. It's called Honeymoon Bay.
Okay.
And he goes, when you get there, he's like, you'll thank me later. So we get there and it's fucking stingrays, nerf sharks, like you're like, oh shit.
Fuck yeah.
And so everybody's getting off the boat or whatever. And one of the guys, the captain goes, you can jump off the side of the boat if you like. Because there was quite a few people. They had a bunch of researchers and they had teachers from like that do biology from Canada and all walks of fucking life over there. And so I'm like, cool. I was like, I don't want to wait behind these people. He goes, yeah, you can jump in. It's like this deep to me. And I'm like, the fucking dude's like 5'8" or 5'5" or some bullshit. I'm like, I'm 6'2". I didn't think about it. I jump and land on the only fucking rock in the whole place. And not only that, I jump in with my fucking good foot.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, and I just go down. And I'm like, and the water's screaming, and I just see a fucking fucking stingray just go right by me, and I'm like, and then I suck in some water, and I'm like, fuck this. And I come up, and I'm like, motherfucker. And he's like, you're good. I'm like, no,
No,
I'm not good. But yeah, fucking.
No, you short motherfucker. I ain't good.
That shit hurt. But yeah, well, that's when I lost my prosthetic. I was diving. Look at this.
You didn't have it.
It just falls off.
You didn't have a John this time.
I know,
right?
yeah.
Usually John's the one coming back up with that motherfucker.
Well, I forgot I had it on, so my wife goes down and grabs it, and she's just like, "Ooh," I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's my leg." But, but dude, yeah, if you go to the actual video, like not the short, but one of you think you want to get out of there?
It's on YouTube.
The videos. Oh, it's on YouTube. That's right. Go up, see that one, and then you can forward quite a bit. I guess towards the middle, but you'll see.
Hey, look, you're monetized.
Trying to get those.
Yeah, it's so cool. But yeah, if you see you keep going forward, right about there. That's still the reef. Anyways, see that big ass Barracuda that was right there?
Oh yeah.
That bitch looked at me a couple times. He was like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
I think I can eat that one.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
He's already wounded. Let's get him.
But yeah, keep going forward. You'll see the sharks. Keep going. That was the reef, or that was a shipwreck. Yeah, look at this thing, dude.
Fucking sharks.
And my wife was like, "Oh my god,
She's like, look.
yeah, this is the best fucking thing ever." Like, I was like, "You fucking crazy woman." And she just started diving, and she's a much better diver than I am.
Yeah, she's
about
wild,
that
dude.
dive.
She's look at this fucking guy.
He's just chilling.
But dude, there was one that was following her. Like, we went down, and she had the GoPro, and I think it should be right after this.
Well, I mean, if they attract bears,
right there.
why wouldn't they
Look at
attract
this.
sharks?
Yeah.
Look at this thing. You'll see him right now. Look at this.
That's
He was like,
dope, dude.
so she came up a little bit so that he can go under her, and so he does.
That cat's old as fuck, dude.
Yeah, and then so once he passed her, he's like, "Oh, I'm coming back, bitch." So he stops, and then he pivots and turns, dude. It's fucking cool to watch him do that.
Her eyes were just huge.
Yeah. Look at him. He's like,
Hey, girl, hey.
"What's up, girl?" And the little fucking shark in the back.
You hang out here often?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh," so here she goes up a little bit, so he can go past her. But he was such a fucking stud, dude. That thing was so pretty, bro.
What a gangster.
Yeah. And so then he passes her, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't see her anymore." Stops, pivots, and comes right back at her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's just checking it out.
He was.
See what was going on.
Oh, dude, that was so cool, bro.
That's dope, dude.
But and then she wanted to go swim with him. She's like, "Here, film me." I was like, "Okay, honey, I got you." The shark next to her or whatever. But dude, I was gonna tell you, we should go back. I want to go back maybe like November, December, maybe January.
Okay.
Like get together and go do the tiger shark and hammerheads.
Done.
Dude,
Yeah.
the guy was showing me some videos. That DM that we were there, dude, that DM was he was a stud. But he did say, "You guys are out of season right now. They're off somewhere else breeding or whatever." But from
I don't want to be around them motherfuckers during breeding season
fuck
anyways.
that. But from November to January, and if you can look up on Instagram, dude, it's called Bimini or Neil Watson Bimini or whatever. But their Instagram, they do have videos of the fucking sharks that they see, and it's not far from where we were staying. Like,
Really?
It's a quick boat drive. You go down about 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And then they sit up right in front of you, and then they start, oh, there you go, look at that. And they start feeding, dude, and then they fucking show up. It is so fucking, I want to go do that so
I
bad.
want to
But,
go dive with that shark.
but I told Kristen, I was like, I want to grab a group of friends and we go. That's the Sapona. That was super cool. That wasn't a very deep dive. It was like 20 feet.
Yeah.
But it was super dope. Like it was so much
Yeah.
marine life everywhere.
That's cool.
And then when you're done, they feed the reef sharks and they just show up, dude. Look at
Nice.
that. I mean,
Fucking A.
yeah, dude, they show up by the thousands, bro.
That's
It was
cool.
insane. But yeah, go back out. There's an actual video or pictures where you can see put Neil Watson. It should say, and then put Bimini. I think it should pop up. The BI.
There it is.
Yeah.
Neil Watson's Bimini.
This guy's fucking dumb. Look at him. He can't even type.
BIMINI.
So I'm like looking through my mic.
There you go.
There.
There we go.
What?
No. BIM. Hit that fucking hashtag right there.
That's the one he hit. Nothing popped up. Do the bottom one.
Wait.
Oh, there you go. But look at this thing, dude. Like, this is all them right there.
Holy fuck, man.
Look at that. Look at that freaking beautiful
Look at that hammerhead.
Yeah. Look at that, dude.
That's dope as shit.
Look at that tiger shark right in the middle one.
That-
That one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Look at that, dude. That's the DM that was with us.
Fuck
And
yeah.
and that's not deep there at all, bro. It was like 18,
No,
20 feet
you can
right there.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, I told Kristen, I was like, we need to grab. I was like, Mikey. I was like, we need to tell John. I was like, we'll get freaking Nick to come out there. And we'll do a trip, dude. Like,
So
Bimini is such a dope
Nick's
island.
been talking about doing a
That's wild as
a
fuck.
warfighter scuba whale shark trip to
Ooh.
the Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been talking about that for
Yeah,
a couple years.
yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Which I'm fucking. I told him after my first time down there, I was like, yeah, let's go.
so
Let's do that.
I've wanted to dive with whale sharks fucking
because
I
they're
don't
like
even know how
they're like cows, right? They're like super chill.
yeah, but they're like 30 feet long.
Yeah, they're giant. They're the
I
largest
told
shark.
you, I
dude.
dove
Yeah.
with them by accident. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, in South Padre.
That's
Yeah.
so fucking.
We were
rad, dude.
we were gonna go do.
Oh, that's right.
we were gonna
Yeah.
do the Big Dipper, I think is what it's called. That wreck
Yep.
that was like 100 feet, and we started going down, and I'm just like, if you don't fucking know, I hate going deep. I fucking hate it. I'm good at fucking 30, 40. I love it. Then after that, I'm like, man, whatever.
Because you got to one leg that bitch all the way to the top.
Well,
Yeah.
the deeper you go, the faster you go through gas.
Yeah, dude. And I
all that.
suck through fucking air. I got fucking bison lungs. And
I think Nick called him at one point. Nick called him 8-minute Omar.
yeah. That was bullshit. That was in Spring Lake and it was fucking freezing. Fuck him.
That's what we did that night dive.
Yeah.
8 minutes, blew through a tank.
Bro, no, I didn't blow the. I started getting hypothermia.
Oh, yeah.
I was just wearing a t-shirt and shorts.
Oh, it's fucking 72 degrees in that bitch all the
And
time.
it was in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, all year round.
Yeah.
Dude, I know we did it.
It's so
fucking,
cold.
We did it like what? It was like January 31st. It was
Fuck,
like
I did it a couple months ago.
was like
for my,
New Year's Eve
My
when-
DAC
Yeah,
cert.
yeah.
And I wore a full wetsuit.
Fuck
And by
yeah,
the end of
really?
it, yeah, I wore the full Warfighter Scuba one. And by the end of we did 2 tanks. By
Yeah.
the end of the fucking second, and I was just like, well, I'm glad I wore that.
oh,
Well-
dude, I know when we got out, I was like, holy, like I was fucking turning blue and
I
shit.
invited him a little while ago. I got to get your number so I can tell you the next time I go if he can't
Yeah.
go or whatever.
Yeah,
But we went during the day. It was like 11 in the morning. By the time we got in the water, it was like noon. So it's fucking hot. And then we went down, and dude, I was down there for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then we came out. I was like, fuck yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But it was cold. So we were down there for like 10. That was like 8 minutes with Nick, and I was like, I looked at him and I was like, and he's like, what? I was like, fucking freezing. He's like, okay, and he was freezing too.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like,
well, if you're in a t-shirt in there, it's cold, man.
he was happy that we were getting out, but yeah, he talked shit. But
Remember, I had to rent that fucking.
I rented a wetsuit. then,
wetsuit
too,
at the time. Yeah, I got that other one now, the shitty one that I bought. That'll work
Hey, it'll
fine.
work.
It'll work fine for that.
And the funny thing was like when I got in Spring Lake this last time with my cert, like it was during the day and it was summer and it was hot as fuck. And
Yeah.
so we're just staging all of our shit and the instructor's like, hey, if you guys want to get in the water, just float. Like it's hot. And I'm like, yeah. Thanks. So I just like fell back in the water. Like I didn't submerge. I just got in the water. And like it didn't get in my wetsuit yet. And those warfighter wetsuits, they seal
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
And so like I'm just sitting there and I'm floating around and like I'm like, man, it's fucking warm.
Yeah.
You know? And then like I just went to like
Like that.
adjust and I let all this fucking cold water and I was like, and I'm like, wow, like it's fucking freezing.
Then your dick crawled in your butthole for warmth.
But anyway, so we're we're doing that dive in South Padre.
Yeah.
And 2 tank fucking dives. So I was like, cool, I got air. I got plenty of air, maybe. And we start going down in about 50 feet. You know, I'm checking my gauges and shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden it just goes dark. And I was like, what the fuck? And we had full face masks on. And the guy had comms so we can all hear him. And it was some SF dude, but he had all the cool gear. And so
Fucking
he's like,
breathing and shit.
yeah, he's like, hey,
I've been down here for 6 days.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you guys. And he goes, hey, look, everybody look up. And I look up and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, look to the left of it. It was a baby. And behind it was the mama. And I was like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
holy shit. And so he tells everybody, he's like, y'all want to cancel the wreck dive and go dive? I was like, yeah.
Yep.
And
Fuck
so
yeah, dude.
We came up to like 40 or 30 and we were swimming with them for a while.
Dude, that wreck ain't going nowhere,
No,
bro.
fuck that.
I'll be here for the next 100 years.
Yeah, right? Like-
And I'm from Brownsville. Like, and I grew up in South Padre, like fishing, surfing, all that shit.
yeah.
I had no fucking idea that whale sharks were there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That there was something that big under the water.
Yeah.
he told us like they migrate, so they swim through there, or whatever the fuck the case was. I don't remember. That was like 2010.
Well, the Gulf's also so fucking gross. You know what I mean? Because it just is. By nature, it's
Yeah,
fucking
but down
gross,
there
right?
it's not.
No, not-
it's
not-
better
not-
down
not
there.
South
Not too bad down
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
but like
no.
for the
Up here, it's nasty.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, so when you think of the Gulf, though, for me, I don't think of clear blue water where
Well, the-
fucking sharks are hanging out, right?
Now,
Like,
the only reason the Gulf, like the Corpus Christi, Galveston, like that area, that people think is so gross
fucking heinous.
is because, like, just look at it from the fishing side of it.
Yeah.
Right. You want to go out and you want to get some deep water fish.
Yeah.
Right. You need to go 40 miles
Yeah.
offshore.
Yeah.
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 Before you
Because
get
it's
deeper
like
than 80 feet.
it's like this high out to like 20 miles. It's like what the fuck?
Well,
Not that's
yeah,
exaggeration,
but,
but yeah.
you know, you could go 40 miles to get 80 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if you want to dive,
Yeah.
even if you find a structure or an old oil rig or whatever that's close to shore, your visibility is going to be trash.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why like there's a couple decent, and I say decent conservatively, dive sites that are accessible from a Texas coast. But
Yeah.
one of them is like a fucking 3-hour boat ride, and
Yeah.
it's Flower Gardens. And the other ones,
yeah.
yeah.
They're
But
pretty
then,
out.
I mean, you're going 40, 50 miles out.
Yeah.
You know, and then so down by South Padre, you got some good dive sites,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's shit brown water. You can't see anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless you're diving springs or whatever,
Yeah.
or the silo.
Yeah,
outside of-
Valhalla Missile Silo.
Yeah. Or there's another place by Texas A&M that's like it's like a big old fucking lake. I can't remember the name of it.
by College Station.
yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere over there. I've been wondering. It's by Huntsville.
Okay,
Yeah. That
Oh.
one's pretty dope.
because I know that, like there's a couple lakes that are in Texas that people have set up for scuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like Canyon Lake set up for scuba.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
no, there's
that place.
there's
I heard
another
it's
one.
trash, yeah.
There's another one that like they
Here
got,
right now it's so
they got
low.
all
One
kinds of
of,
shit.
one of those platforms is actually exposed right now.
I believe it.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh, wow.
told. Yeah, I met a guy this weekend that he's a former recon Marine and he runs a dive shop over on the west side,
Okay.
but he's really good friends with the dude who runs that one in
San
Universal City.
Oh,
The-
Dugan.
Dugan's?
Yeah. He knows Dugan really, really well. Been like his partner for like 30 years.
That's where I got certified out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I met this dude this weekend, him and his wife. They were cool as fuck. I was at Texas Trophy Hunters when I
Yeah.
got back from Lejeune.
Oh,
I went
cool.
over there and they were there. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to go to that. It was so fucking hot. I didn't want to leave
Yeah.
the house. But yeah, man, it's fucking great. Like, yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a lot of good places in Texas, to be honest with you. But dude, Bimini was,
Yeah.
bro, you can see down from the fucking boat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. I'd never seen such clear water like that.
Like I got spoiled because like the vast majority of my dives are out of Roatan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've been fucking spoiled by that
Yeah.
place. That place is
Bro.
gorgeous.
So Mad Best wanted to get certified, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I want to get, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that was when Nick came up here.
And Nick just happened to be here.
They
So I
did
was like,
later Ladyburg? Was that
no. We went to Canyon Lake.
Oh.
And so we go, yeah, no shit. And I was just like, I don't want to fucking dive. But Matt was like, come on, bro, come out. You know, I was like, it's my friend. I want to give him certified. So
Sure.
he does everything. We go to the open water at Canyon Lake. And we go down, and I'm like just above them, watching them on the platform, which is like 20 feet. And I'm like, I can't see anything but the bubbles. And I'm like, cool. So I drop below them, and I still can't see anything.
Nope.
And I'm like, so we come back up. They're done with everything. We switch out tanks, and they're like, all right, we're gonna, and you know how it is over there. It's connected. There's like a boat, a car, and then a plane, or some shit like that. And the guys from the San Marcos dive shop went out there to redo the lines that day. So it was dope. I was like, cool, some brand new lines. And so we go dive, and Nick goes, then Matt goes, and then his wife goes, and then me behind him. And we're going, you know, like that. And I'm like following the line. I'm just like, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, probably from here to here. And then all of a sudden, I just see somebody, and I'm like, oh. And I was like, you good? They're like, yeah. I was like, keep fucking going. And so I was like, you know, and it was their first time. They're like, this is fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a frame of reference, that's dope as shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait till you come to Roatan.
Yeah, but if you go down there, that's a different fucking
I'm
monster.
trying to get that motherfucker down there. I'm like, Matt, we need to go, like, because it's gonna change your life.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, but it was such a shitty dive, dude. I legit get invites all the time, like from people like, hey, we're gonna go dive at Kenny Lake. You want to come? Sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, right.
I can't come out. Like
You're like on the couch in your underwear, fucking
pretty much, pretty fucking much.
No, dog, I got a lot of shit
I'll do
going
Spring
on.
Lake every fucking day.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
get invited to go there every day, I'll go do it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's clear.
it's
you know.
tiny, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'll do that all day. But Kenny Lake, man, fuck off. dude.
That you don't see shit.
No,
Like there's the structures that have been sunk
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
platforms. Other than that, like when I've dove Canyon Lake twice,
I can see a fucking car whenever.
I saw 3 fish. I saw 3 fish
Yeah.
on 2 dives.
oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like 90 minutes underwater,
And it
I
was
saw
like a
3 fish.
fucking raggedy catfish.
yeah.
Right? And like the coolest thing.
Northern pike that's just like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know how I got here.
Smoking a cigarette as it goes
No,
by. you.
the
Fuck
coolest
you.
thing that I saw when I dove Canyon Lake, the two things. One, when you go under the thermocline, like passing through that,
Yeah.
and seeing like the strip of hazy water,
Yeah.
and then like the 10-degree temperature drop,
Yeah.
and then like 3 feet more visibility.
Yeah.
So instead of seeing my hand here, now I can see your fins when I'm following you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
So it
That's
was
like at 80, right?
Yeah, that's it. And you got to go
Yeah,
deep as
you
fuck
gotta go
for it.
80,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. And then down there, they also have a scuba diver that they welded together,
Yeah.
like out of just metal, and has a tank on the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like, would you do this again? I'm like, no.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, now, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're doing your open water cert and
Yeah.
that's where you're doing it, because
It's
you
all
don't
we have,
well,
yeah.
multiple things. One, like, you don't really know any better yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
I want to get dive certified.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to my local dive shop, and they're gonna be like, cool, we do pool sessions here and we do Canyon Lake, and you're like, fuck yeah. And then you go do your cert, and you're like, I don't know if I like scuba diving.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
You know, like I had to do the worst thing that any diver ever has to do, and is remove and clear your mask
And your first
and
dive,
replace it.
open water, yeah.
in brown water, and I can barely see my instructor.
Yeah.
Right. Now I look at it in 2 different ways. One, it's like, if you can get through this, you can fucking dive anywhere.
Anywhere.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right. But also, you will appreciate every dive site you go to that isn't shit brown water.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and that's where I'm coming from, where I got certified in Roatan, and all of my dives, minus the one that we did in fucking Clear Lake,
It's Spring Lake. Yeah.
Spring
yeah.
Lake,
Yeah.
have been fucking like so.
Crystal clear water.
Yeah, and I remember just like what you're saying. One time I asked him, I was like, "Dude, let's just go to Canyon Lake and get some dives." in." And he was like,
You
He's
can.
like, dude, he was like, "We don't want to do that." And I was like, "Why not?"
Fuck you.
And he was like, "Trust me, we don't want to do." And that's when he explained to me how shitty it
If you've
was.
never done it, like, we'll go do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm all set.
Listen, if
Like,
you
'cause
want
I'm not
to, if you
missing
want to
anything.
go, I'll join you guys.
Like,
Now-
but I'm not doing. But
Diving-
if I'm not missing anything, fuck it.
But no, but diving
You know,
Canyon Lake. Okay, so when we went through that last swim through,
Yeah.
the last dive we did in Roatan,
Mm.
and that's fucking surf and the beach cleanup,
Oh, when we couldn't see shit
when you couldn't
yeah.
see fuck all.
because the
right?
surf, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's bullshit because that's when there was a lot more water.
Yeah, that must be like the best visibility they've ever had.
I fucking wish. I wish. So that visibility is what Canyon Lake is.
That's
without
what
the
you had
current.
told me. Yeah,
You know,
you mean
so,
when you saved my life?
yeah. It fucking it is what it is.
I lost a fin during that fucking beach cleanup.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
In the fucking swim through.
yeah.
Oh,
So he's in front of me. Next thing I know, like we're swimming. Next thing I know, Mikey stopped. And I'm like, what? Like, you can't stop in a fucking swim through, bro.
Yeah.
And we got this current just beating the shit out of us.
But I don't want to lose my fin.
No, his whole strap came off.
Oh shit.
Right. Like the strap clips onto like a little nub sticking out. It unclipped off of that somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so he's behind me, or I'm behind him.
Yeah.
So I run into him.
I'm trying to chase
Right.
Nick. And Nick's got his fucking 35-foot fucking pins that he's screaming through the surf zone. So it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm not catching the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know his shit's broke until I literally hit him. I run into him, bam. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's all white out from the surf and everything. You can't
Now, when we were this close, he was like, and I'm like, oh, I got a problem.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And he's just like, my fin. And then he like picks his foot up and I see it and I'm like, God damn it. And I know people are about to hit me. And so I'm like, as fast as I can go, and I fucking
In
get
seconds,
this bitch,
though.
clip back in,
like-
and I literally just push him. I'm like,
pushed me
get
through
the
it.
fuck out of my way.
You caught it.
Yeah, I caught it,
Oh,
but he
okay.
fixed it fucking fast as shit.
And I just fucking yeeted him out. Because I knew I got 3 people coming right behind me.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that visibility that's just like normal.
That's what you had mentioned when we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
back. You were like,
Yep.
that's what Canyon Lake's like.
But
Yeah.
now diving at Canyon Lake, it's gonna make you a much more skilled diver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when we dive in Roatan, especially in places that we've dove.
What are you talking about, bro? We're
much.
rescue divers, Omar and I.
Yeah,
What the
right.
fuck you're talking about?
But
we're fucking G's
like
now.
I guarantee you, I can go drop you off a fucking side of a boat at Mandy's Eel Garden, and you know exactly where everything is because you've dove that site 15 times.
sure.
already.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like navigation in Roatan is unless
too
you're leading the dive, you don't even need to look at your compass. Even if you're leading, if you've
Yeah.
dove there a few times, like
You know where you're at.
yeah, like
Yeah.
okay, it's really dark blue over there.
Yeah.
I'm not going that way.
Yeah.
There's a reef here. Okay, awesome. That means the boat's behind me.
Behind me.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Pretty hard to fuck up.
yeah, you can understand when you're diving Canyon Lake.
Real easy.
Like
to get
if
fucking
you're not
disoriented.
on your azimuth and making sure you're paying attention, fucking see ya.
And I don't even have a dive compass.
Yeah.
I should probably have one.
You should get
You
one.
should. You should.
You should.
I should probably have one, but I've
yeah.
never had to have one.
No, because
You know what I mean?
And
Well, our watch has it.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I've always had a dive compass and I know how to navigate. It's different than land nav.
Way different.
Yeah.
It is. Because like
Well, when I got certed for it, Nick had them, and so he gave me one.
Yeah.
And I fucking it's
Yep.
fucking
Oh.
too easy, right? Like,
but
it was
that's
nothing.
more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
more
of
like
course he's double tanking it because it's fucking. They're probably at 90,
Yeah.
maybe 100. Because they're there's
But yeah,
that's
that is
probably-
way more like Canyon
yeah.
Lake.
That's 80, 90 right there. There's a lot.
Yeah. And that's where the visibility is great.
Yeah.
So if they got back up 15, 20 feet, fuck,
They
you
want
can't
to
see
shit.
anything.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there doing safety stop and just
Well, especially
blackness.
Yeah.
especially in the summertime because that water's so warm that
Yeah.
algae bloom is just out of control.
On
Yeah.
the boats, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's the other thing. Another reason I don't want to do Canyon Lake is because I don't want that shit. Because I want to be able to go to Clear Lake.
So it's
Yeah.
easy. It's work, but it's easy.
Yeah.
Right. Like I want to get. So I told myself that I wanted to get a whole nother set of equipment to be able to dive everywhere besides Spring Lake and saltwater.
Yeah.
Because Spring Lake is protected, you either dive saltwater in Spring Lake only, or you have to go through this equipment cleaning process to make sure you're not bringing in invasive species, eggs, shit like that, mussels,
Right.
Yeah.
into Spring Lake.
Yep.
And so luckily, with my equipment, I've only either dosed Spring Lake or saltwater.
Yeah.
That one time we did that river dive,
Yeah.
and I went home and I cleaned all my shit.
Same.
It's not hard. It really isn't.
No.
It's just you got to make a solution with vinegar and clean your stuff, or you
Yeah.
got to use their tanks at Spring Lake.
Yeah.
To clean. It's just chlorine.
Yeah.
The downfall is all those chemicals are over time are abrasive on your equipment,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, I just want another set where I can just
Just for
rinse
that,
and don't
yeah.
give a fuck.
Can you do it in your pool? Technically,
When I dive, I've dove in my pool. Just
I've dove in your
yeah.
pool.
That
That was actually my first dive.
but
was your pool.
I'll still clean my equipment
Oh,
with
yeah.
fresh water after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
But like I completely, I'll take.
But that
apart
would
all my
kill
stuff.
that would kill the algae bloom and shit, right? If you did that.
So 2 things kill it: chemicals or heat,
Yeah.
right? And the biggest thing they're worried about is zebra mussels,
Yeah.
because they're crazy invasive.
Yeah.
And their eggs, they just float in the water and they can get in your bladder,
Oh, shit.
and then all of a sudden they can, get out of that.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're fucking microscopic,
Yeah.
But
Damn.
heat,
Yeah.
right? So rinse all your shit like
Luckily,
you normally would.
we live in Texas.
Fucking hang your stuff up outside.
That's what I do.
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I'll put all my shit in
Yep.
front of my grill guard.
Yeah.
And I leave it there all day until it dries out, and then I
Yeah. I hang all my shit in my backyard in my little fucking
Yeah, I got a pergola.
wood pergola thing.
That's
Yeah,
what I do
there you
too.
go.
Yeah, I just hang it up on the pergola.
That's the
Once
best
it's dry,
fucking
bring it
thing.
in.
But it's so funny. Like I don't have the top of the line dive equipment. I don't. But
Same
everything
shit
that I
do.
have is perfectly set up for me.
For you, yeah.
Right. So like, yeah, if my shit breaks, I can go find new stuff.
Don't look at me, bitch.
So we go to dive the river.
Oh, I thought you were gonna look at me about it.
No, this fucking dickhead
My
forgets his weight.
fucking idiot ass forgot weights.
You told me about
Yeah, so I
he
found
hit-
moon
He
rocks.
finds
I don't weigh jack
the
shit.
lightest rocks
Yeah.
on the planet.
I found every rock I could pick up and fit in that bag and gave it to you, bro.
and they weighed nothing. Like,
Oh, God.
it looked like
Yeah.
it should weigh like
No,
this.
yeah,
it
but
weighed like
they
this.
don't.
It was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
They suck.
Dude, I'm sitting there trying to load my shit with water, stuff and
I
shit in
got
my
a friend
pockets.
who lives right there on that area.
Yeah.
So we can go dive it whenever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. Fuck.
Because
I got like 6 tanks at the house. If you don't have tanks, I got
oh,
tanks.
cool. We just ran them.
All right, we have clearly gone down a rabbit hole, boys. Justin told me this was an hour ago, like fucking 40 minutes ago. So,
This will be a long one.
yeah, this is a little bit of a long one, and they're just kind of like, "What the fuck?" I guarantee the listeners are like, they turned it off a while ago." No, thanks for coming, tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. Omar, dude, thanks for coming by, man. We
Yeah, man.
appreciate
Thanks
you, dude.
for having me, bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's always a pleasure to see you. It's always fun.
I'm not that far away. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah. Hopefully, just make sure you get AC and shit, because fucking. He's a One fucking ID. What a pussy. What a fucking pussy.
Drink water.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe, guys. Smash those buttons. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. Them
Sure.
bitches need to know.
Tell your mom said hi. She knows.
She does know. Probably. She probably knows. But there's a funny ass little podcast out there. It's called The Freedom Friends. And we like to do stupid shit like this. Anyways, check out our sponsors, do all that stuff. 3 little things, man. Actually, I'm going to raise my glass that I don't have anymore.
You put some tea in it. You want some whiskey?
I'll just cheers this.
Okay.
Cheers, boys.
Empty.
Cheers, you're empty. Thanks for being my freedom friend.
Yeah.
And it's 3 little things, guys. It's pretty easy to live by. John,
Smoke on.
drink on, and
Freedom
God damn it,
to fuck on.
freedom to fuck on. We fucked that all up.
We did.
All right. Later, everybody.